What is the name of the organism? Cymex. That's right. That's a cymex. Turn off the light if you want. Turn off the light. Is that better? Is that recording? Is that better, madam? Cymex. 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 What is the name of the organism? Tenocephalidae. C silent. You start out with C, but Tenocephalidae is how you say it. What is a common name? Flea. What disease does it transmit? Dog tapeworm, yes. What is the scientific name of the tapeworm you learned? Epilidium caninum. Is that right? What order? I gave it to you in the lecture. Siphonoptera, is that right? If I'm wrong, make sure you check these things out. I think it's Siphonoptera. Okay, what is the name of the organism? Well, remember, Culex. Online, you do not have anopheles. Online, we do not have anopheles. Anophele look like this, but this is a Culex. And the only thing that you can tell, this is the proboscis. You guys see that? This is the proboscis. These are antennae, of course. And this is the palp. Okay, so the palp is shorter than proboscis, but in anopheles, the proboscis and the palp are almost same size. So that's how you can tell them apart. And of course, the abdomen on anopheles is scaly, and not scaly, and on Culex is scaly. So don't worry about that. But it's all in the head. You can tell them apart. This is Culex. What parasite? Huh? Transmit. It's a carrier of what parasite? Many of you have many options. Heartworm. Yeah, the heartworm comes to my mind now. What order? What order? Diptera. Very good. Diptera. Okay, what is the name of the organism? Daphnia. Common name? Water flea. What is the name of the structure right here? Carapace. And the egg is supposed to be in here in the brood chamber, which I don't see in any of my organisms, any of these organisms. I don't see the antenna. Should be up here. Compound eye. You guys see that? Compound eye, antenna, carapace, and so on and so forth. What subphylum? Crustacean. Crustacean. You do not have to worry about, in the crustaceans, you do not worry about the name of the orders. Or the only class you should know in crustacean is Malacosterica. Is that right? And crayfish belongs to that. Okay, what is the name of that structure right here? Egg. Egg of what organism? Huh? Drosophila. What is the common name for Drosophila? Fruit fly. Fruit fly. A lot of genetic research came from fruit flies. When I was undergraduate, you took genetics. You had to work with fruit flies and grow them and so on and so forth. Okay, determine the gender. Male. Male. Very good. Good. Male. What stage? Oh, the last one, guys. What is this? A fruit fly. It's a fruit fly. A male fruit fly. What order? Diptera. Diptera. It's a fly. Okay. What is? And you write fruit fly two separate words. Is that right? Fruit fly. Okay. Not like butterfly. Butterfly, you write down one word. Butterfly does not belong to Diptera. Yes, sir.
What do you say to name from?
Yeah, we'll come to it in a minute. Hang on. What is this? The larval stage of fruit fly. Again, the larval stage of fruit fly. Here we go. This one has egg. This is cheating, but it's not. It's fine. But look at this. This one has a couple of eggs in it, 3-4 eggs in it. But look at this. What is this? That's ovipositor. What is the name of structure? Ovipositor. Totally different than the male. You see that? It's like this. I hope it's in the camera. Is my hand in the camera?
Yeah.
Like this. But the male, if you want to go back, does not have that. It just has this pygidium at the end. Look like pygidium. You see that? Am I making some sense? And there was a slide that I'll show you during exam. It's going to be clear like that. This is clear. I'm not going to make it ambiguous or anything like that. But hopefully I'll find a slide that does not have eggs in there. Okay, what is that stage? Huh? Pupa, and look at the eyes. These are the compound eyes developing. Okay, ooh, this is huge. What is the name of the organism? A glossina. Yeah, this is glossina. Transmit what? Huh? We studied at the beginning of semester. Glossina, tsetse fly, transmit, trypanosoma, okay, African sleeping sickness. Okay, grasshopper mouth parts. What is the name of structure? Maxilla. What is the name of structure? Mandible. What is the structure? Name of this is another maxilla. I don't see the other mandible. This is a mandible. There should be another one in here. Probably it's out of field, but another maxilla. Hypopharynx. And what is this one? Huh? Labrum. I'll take your word for it. And this is labium. Is that right?
Yeah.
I hope. Labium. So you guys should know that. What is the name of the organism? Common name? Mite. Mite. This is mite. M-I-T-E. Hopefully some of you end up going to MIT. Massachusetts Institute of Technology. But this one has E at the end. Okay, what is the name of the organism? Pediculus humanus. You don't have to say it's capitis or humanus. Those are subspecies, but Pediculus humanus. And what is the common name? Lice is a plural. Louse is singular. And then what order? What order? You are taking a quiz today over these things. Anoplura. Order Anoplura. Here is another one. This is probably this is I don't know. One of them is bigger than the other one, and I keep forgetting which one is which. But don't worry, you don't have to tell them apart. Humanus from capitis. Only size is indicating which one is bigger, which one is smaller. Okay, what is the name of the organism? Common name is tick, but what was the name of the genus? You should know the name of the genus on this one. Ixodes. Very good. Ixodes. What is the name of structure? All of this. Huh? Capitulum. Very good. Capitulum. And that's it. I don't have anything else. Let's go over the models. Can you turn on the lights, please? All the models in the back? Who wants to be camera person? Since you've been doing it here, it's on. So let it be on. Yes.
We need to connect it though, right?
Yeah, I will give you some juice.
Some juice.
Are you good? Are you good? You have enough cord here? Yeah, leave all of those if you can leave them on. Okay, thank you, madam. Let's do the starfish please, another starfish. Let's do them at the end. So let's do the easiest one. This is the crab. As you know, the whole entire structure is a chilapit. Is that right? This is chilapit. Carapace. These are walking legs, and these would be like what would they be?
what?
Sternum, yes. Sterna, plural, you're right. Either one you write down, I'll give you credit. Sternum, sternum. That's the only thing you should know in here, on this side. This side you have carapace. Is that right? And they do have compound eyes and so on and so forth. But that's the only thing on this side, on the oral, on the ventral side of the animal you should know. On the ventral side of the animal you should know is the sternum. Is that right? That's it. That's all I have to say about that. Like Forrest Gump. Okay, this one. Antenna, antenniole. I'll put a piece of tape here. What is the name of structure? Antenniole. Antenna, rosterum, right? It doesn't have a big one, but it's a rosterum. Okay. Compound eyes, chilipet, chila, walking legs, carapace. Okay, and these are tergum, right? Sternum, uropod, telson. Telson, this is all telson, okay? And anus should be right here, in this area. Anus is in this area, somewhere in here. Okay, so you have telson, uropod. No swim rates on this model, but I'll show you some other models. They just didn't draw it. They didn't make it. This was a toy.
That's from Red Lobster.
I'm gonna move over there.
Huh?
I'm gonna move over there. I think.
You're gonna move over there?
Yeah, but
We don't have enough cord.
it's not connected here, I think.
You can unplug it and put it to one of the front tables. Here you go.
What about this one though?
Huh?
This for the computer?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it does bother you. Here, plug him somewhere else.
Is it gonna mess up the recording?
No, hopefully not.
You wanna come over here?
Last time we ran out of battery and then that was not good. Okay, grasshopper, is that right? Is that the only grasshopper we have? No, we have another grasshopper. Okay, so we have one to dissect. Compound eye, simple eyes here, and of course all of the mandibles, you know, grasshoppers have mandibles, all of the mandible are here. Then you do have this would be the thorax, that would be the abdomen. This is a female ovipositor, is that right? Ovipositor. Okay, on this one, these little dots, do you see the dots? They are spherical. I talked about it in lecture. Spherical, and they go to the lungs, right? They go to the lungs. Trachea here, if you would. Your textbook calls them air tube, either one. Whatever you write down is acceptable. Here is a tympanic membrane, very small one. When you dissect, pull the wings apart, that you can see the tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane is used for balance when they fly. These would be coxa gland, and then I'll show you where the coxa and everything else is in a minute. So that would be pretty much the external anatomy of these guys you should know. Here is the brain, here is the digestive glands, crop, gizzard, that would be gizzard, from here to here would be gizzard, but the yellow ones is gastric cecum. It's called gastric cecum. These are all gonads. Ovary in this case, this is a female. These are all gonads. And then of course you have vagina and so on and so forth, anus here, and that's all I can recognize.
Oh, can you show the digestive glands again?
Sorry about that. These are digestive glands.
And the brain?
The brain right here.
Over there. Okay.
And Amir, the crop and the gizzard are
Crop.
in what section of the grasshopper?
They're in what?
In which section is this?
This is the thorax.
Thorax.
Up from here to here is the thorax.
Okay.
The head, you see, they have a very well distinguished head, very well distinguished thorax, and a very well distinguished abdomen.
Abdomen,
Not unlike these guys. These guys, everything is in one part.
Right, okay.
The head, thorax, abdomen is just one. Okay? And then these guys, cephalothorax, right here. So if I ask now what is the name of the structure here, you write down carapace. If I ask what is the name of the terga here, do you remember?
Okay.
I said so that one, then you should write down cephalothorax.
Okay.
Take mine.
Take mod. I said terga, sorry about that. Take mod, sorry. Okay. Grasshopper. Again, let's do this grasshopper. So since we're in grasshopper. Compound eye, antenna. The mouth part, we went over that. Mandible, maxilla, mandible, labium, labrum, or the other way around. Please make sure you look it up. Again, these are all of the mouth parts. Compound eye, simple eye up in the front. Forewings, hindwings. Forewings, hindwings. This one, 21 is forewings, hindwings. Then you have tympanic membrane right here. Number 37 is your tympanic membrane. Okay. Crop, gizzard. You see that? Crop, gizzard. And then these are, number 29 is your pyloric cecum. Okay. Then you do have, let's go over spiracles, spiracle. They open it up. This is again female, right? Ovipositor. And these hairy looking things are your Malpighian tubules. On the other one, I forgot to show it to you. Oops, sorry. Can I have the other one, model? I forgot to show you Malpighian tubules on this one. I have asked that, these hairy looking things. These are Malpighian tubules. Okay, so the Malpighian tubules would be here on this one. And these spiracles, this would be air tube or lungs, whatever you write down, I'll give you credit as long as you write lungs in here, huge air tubes, and so on and so forth. Okay, now, as far as the legs, the parts of the legs, let's go over here. This would be coxa, trochanter, 14, 15, femur, tibia, and these are the tarsa or claws. But here, he is, well, your textbook and your lab menu have it differently. But anyhow, let's follow this one. So let's call this one coxa. Trochanter would be this one. Coxa, femur, huge femur, and then tibia. And then you have the tarsals and the claws. They call them the claws. Did I do everything in this one, I hope? Digestive glands.
What is this right here?
That would be the prothorax. Remember, this is the head right here. Prothorax and then metathorax and mesothorax. I will not ask it.
Okay.
Just the whole entire thing. You should know it's thorax, abdomen, right? Okay, done with that one. Okay, crayfish. You have two models of crayfish. Again, rostrum here. Let's do some external anatomy. Compound eye, rostrum, carapace. Is that right? Cephalothorax, abdomen, right? And then uropod, telson, right here. They cut the animal in half. So I have two uropods here and a telson right there. So that was the external anatomy. Heart, green gland. Okay, these are green gland. And then stomach, intestine, flexor muscles. And that's all I have to say on that model, plus gills. This is a cross section of the animal. Gills, heart, gills again, and so on and so forth.
Can you show the heart on that one again, please?
Heart would be on this one, would be right here.
On that one?
This one is the heart. Okay.
Again, you can ask about the pericardium.
Pericardium is not clear on this one. Let's try. I want to show you a nice pericardium. Yeah, you have pericardium right here, heart right here, and open circulatory system or closed circulatory system. These guys, open circulatory system. Okay, rostrum, antenna, antenniole. Is that right? What do they have? What kind of? They are mandibulate animals. Remember, they have mandibles in here. Okay. Okay. Stomach, gonads, intestine, flexor muscles. Some of them are extensor, some of them flexor. Okay. Uropod, telson, anus. Right here. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Uropod, telson, anus, swimmerets. The very first one indicate it's a male or female. So these are all swimmerets. Okay, So these are all swim rats. If I want
And this would be
the
a
name,
female?
this would be,
Straight?
if it is straight, it's a female. If not, then it's a male. I will not ask
If it
you
is
that.
branch.
Walking legs, chilapet,
Chilla.
chila,
Greenland.
green gland right here, statolith,
Starlet.
statolith,
For
you remember,
balance.
for balance at the
Oh,
base
yes.
of the antenna, brain, what else? Did they go over everything? Gills,
Where?
gills. When you dissect, you remove the carapace, and the first thing you see are the gills.
Okay.
Okay, when you're dissecting, if you remove the carapace nice and neatly, then you see the.
Are you gonna ask about the potassium going in and then out from? No.
No, I don't know.
You
I
didn't
don't know.
mention these.
Am I
Those are
making
blood
sense?
vessels. No. Okay. Starfish. I have not talked about it, but today we will lecture over. Stomach. Oh, there are different portions of the stomach here. I don't expect you to know that. Just remember, this whole entire thing is stomach. This whole entire. They have pyloric stomach, and we have other parts, but don't worry about it. Just stomach. And these would be digestive glands or gastric cecum. There are several different, not several, 2-3 different names your lab manual and your textbook mention. So that's what it is.
So digestive glands.
Digestive gland is fine. Underneath of these are gonads. They are if you dissect, the first thing you dissect from top. Dissect from top to the bottom. The first thing you see are the. This is the top of the animal. We call it aboral. Since the mouth is here, we call it oral. Okay, just like jellyfish. We don't call it dorsal and ventral because these are radial symmetry animals. Remember, since they're radial symmetry animals, we don't call them dorsal and ventral. We call them aboral, oral. Okay, so you have the digestive glands underneath our gonads, and then you move all of those. You see these bulb, like a bulb things. Those are ampulla. Ampulla. You've heard that before. What? Osmoregulation in what organism? Paramecium. You've heard that before. Okay, this is ambulacral ridge. Ambulacral ridge, which I will talk about it in lecture. They have an eye at the end of each arm. Now, again, light intensity, not image. They do not form image. Then pedicellaria. You do have slide. I don't know why I didn't have it on my slide.
Did you show the eye? Can you
Yes.
show the eye? I mean, is it?
These are eyes. The
Oh,
red.
those are the red ones, right?
Red ones,
Okay.
yes. But under my today, I don't know why I did not have pedicellaria. I forgot, I guess, to put it. Pedicellaria, right?
Wire-looking thing.
Wire-looking. These are spine. They're called spine. That's what the echinoderm means. Echine, it means spiny, derm, some skin. They got the name from here, not here. These are microscopic, very small.
And
you
what's
do
the
have spine.
purpose of these?
Clean up the surface of the animal, and also on this side, bring food to the mouth.
Okay.
If they
And
are on
then,
this side.
When these regenerate, if you cut this, the eye can regenerate everything? Wow. Okay.
Okay, then this is madreporite, right here.
Madreporite?
Madreporite is part of the water vascular system. I will talk about it in lecture. Then this is called stone canal, right here. Stone canal, and then you do have Polian vesicles. These are called Polian vesicles, right here. And I will talk about their function in the lecture. Then you have ring canal, stone canal, ring canal, Polian vesicles. These are all nerve. All of the yellow you see in these animals, the yellow is nerve. Nerve ring, nerve cord. Okay, then it's connected to the right here on the cross section of the animal. You will see it. You will see it. Okay, can you see this? Okay, so you have the ampulla. You already saw it up here. You remember that? So ampulla. These are tube feet. Water goes in here. Tube feet. tube feet. The water from tube feet goes into ampulla, and also it can go to the lateral canal. You have one lateral canal here, one lateral canal here. Lateral canal, and it goes to radial canal. So these would be right here are your radial canal. That's a radial canal. And then this would be lateral canal. On top of this, they cut off the ampulla for you to show you how the system works. So you have ampulla on top, and on the bottom is a tube feet, which goes just like here. It goes to the outside. Okay. Is there anything else in here I should know? Mouth. Tube feet. These are all tube feet, right? Tube feet. Between them is called ambulacral groove. Kelly's looking at me. Why do I have to know all of these things? Ambulacral groove. When I was taking this course, same as you, I thought, why do I need to know all of this? When I grew up, I realized I did need it. Huh? What?
The anus is on the
Anus is on top. It's not on Madripoorite. Anus is on top somewhere here, very small. Your textbook call it conspicuous, very small. Okay, so the anus is conspicuous. That's the term your textbooks, and since my time they were using it. But anyhow, this is the Madripoorite. Anus would be on top, so they do have anus.
Is this a simple?
No. No, not simple. These are the internal skeleton. They have skeleton which is inside of the animal. So these would be the bone, like equivalent to bones, which I will call them in the lecture. You will see I call them ossicles. These are called ossicles, the internal bones, if you will. Same model, same thing again. Stomach. They do not show you a gonad. All of this is your pyloric cecum or digestive glands. Madripoorite. These would be the big, huge ones would be Polian vesicles, and the yellow ones would be Teichmann bodies. And I will talk about them in lecture. Teichmann bodies. Polian vesicles, Teichmann bodies. Ambulacral ridge, ampulla, and that's all I can see in here. The cross section is horrible. That's it.
Can you show the ambulacral ridge again?
Ambulacral ridge.
Okay.
Ambulacral ridge, ampulla. Here is a tube feet again, ampulla, lateral, radial canal, lateral canal, radial canal. And then right here is a tube feet. You can see that tube feet. Okay? Flea, life cycle of flea. I don't have adult flea, the eggs, larva, and pupa, and then becomes flea. I don't have much to say about this.
So you're gonna ask like what kind of metamorphosis? So it'd be hollow, whatever.
Polymetabolism. No, I will ask you what order, what disease.
What disease?
No, what disease? Interesting. The dog heartworm.
Oh yeah.
Not heartworm. The dog tapeworm.
Dog tapeworm?
That's it.
Dog tapeworm. Dipylidium caninum.